Welcome to my channel. I am Darlene. I will be doing some readings for you tonight, and a very warm welcome to newcomers and regulars alike. Thank you for being here. I will give a few minutes here for people to show up. And it is a very cold, snowy day here where I am in Alabama. We typically get snow or ice maybe once a year, typically snow. Ice is not good here because we don't have the equipment to deal with it. We don't have whether that's clearing the roads or even on our cars, like snow tires or things like that, we just don't have that kind of equipment here. So it pretty much shuts everything down until that's done and over with. So the good news is, though, I haven't lost power yet, and or heat, thank goodness. No power, thank goodness. Hey, TJ, it's gonna. Where are you, TJ? It's gonna. Oh, let me put this other thing. Where is it snowing? Because when I looked at the map, I guess it was yesterday, and it looked like half the country was snowing and ice. 1 second, I'm trying to pull up my video for. There we go, live. 1 second, and then I can see your chat better. I mean, what you're typing here. I know I can see that it's you. North Carolina. Oh, it got that far east already? Yeesh. Yeah, I didn't see exactly how many inches we got here, but it had to be 4 inches, it looked to me like. And then tonight we're getting rain and then freezing. So we have this brief window we're hoping where the winds will pick up, dry the roads off before the freezing temperatures come. But I don't know, we could wake up to ice tomorrow. Just praying that the ice doesn't take the power lines down. That's the big thing we have down here, is we can't deal with that. We just don't have the equipment. Like I said, we're not built for it down here. Okay, I'm still trying to pull myself up live here, so bear with me. That's still not it. Come on, YouTube, get with the program here. Get with the program here. 1 second. Sometimes I have to just go completely out of my YouTube app and go back in to pull it up. So bear with me 1 second. Who else is here? Mirror, hey. Let me see. Wait 1 second. Philip. Oh, God. That's very kind of you. I actually did do a little modeling when I was much younger, obviously, much, much younger. Let's see, I think this might be me here, finally. YouTube, finally. Okay, there we go. Now I can see your comments better. Hello, Johnson. Mira, I'm going to put you on standby because I'm hoping to get to be able to read for brand new people. And that's the only reason, but if I don't get a lot of requests, I'll try to work you in. How about that? And I'll be live again. I'm planning, if I don't lose electricity, planning to be here live tomorrow as well. And thank you, Mira, that's so sweet. Thank you for recommending they hit the like button. That's very appreciated. Hello, Johnson, welcome. And Old English, welcome to you. And Francis, welcome. How cold is it up there in North Carolina, TJ? Because it's been, I think the high today was 40 here, but it's going to get very cold again tonight. We were talking about, before everybody got here, I'm in Alabama, in central Alabama, and we had about 4 inches of snow yesterday, and it's just, we don't know how to deal with that down here. We don't have the equipment either. So, hey, Enrique, welcome, warm welcome for you. You were 18 degrees, Francis, eesh. It's supposed to be, I think, 20 here, either tomorrow night or I don't know, soon. 33 where you are. I think it's about 35 here now, and it's going to dip tonight for sure. For sure. Hey, Mirror, I have a question for you. How about we make a deal? since you're already acting like a moderator anyway, how about I make you a moderator for you know, just could be this one, could be whenever. You don't have to commit to anything long term. And then and I'll do a reading for you for free anyway. Can we make that deal? That's my offer. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to do that. Real XN plays un pequeño. Oh, 65 in Florida. Now you're just bragging. You're just showing off, SK. Actually, my son and his wife left 3 days ago. They're on their way to go to Thailand. And he sent me a picture this morning. It was nighttime there, and he sent me a picture, and everybody's in short sleeves. And he said, nighttime in where I think they're in Singapore now. And I sent him one back with, you know, snow here in Birmingham, morning here. It was kind of funny. Yeah, they left to go get away for weeks to avoid winter, and yet here we are. Okay, Mary, you said yes. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Awesome. Well, here, let me do that real quick. You were already doing it, basically. Add as moderator. Okay. Now, you should see a little, looks like a little blue wrench come up by your name the next time you make a comment. And go ahead and do that for me so I know it's working, please, Mira. Awesome. There you are. Okay, great. Now, Mira, just before I start reading, what I will not tolerate, just so you know as a moderator, is nothing political, nothing inappropriate or sexual, nothing, anybody posting their religious agenda or otherwise here. Those things are an immediate, you get banned. So how you do that, Mira, if you don't know, you just long press on their name and it'll pop up, a little box will pop up on your screen. And you can either hit hide. No, you can either time out, put them in timeout, and it'll ask you for how long to do that. I usually do 24 hours. But if it's obvious somebody spamming the chat or saying things that are inappropriate, go ahead and just put, you're basically blocking them, but it says at the very bottom, hide from this channel. So give me a thumbs up if you understand that or have any questions before I get into the readings here, and we'll get going. We'll get going. Hey, Emmanuel, or Iman, no, I didn't get that. Emily, sorry, Emily. Told y'all I need new glasses. Hello, 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 welcome. And if I'm missing you saying hello to anybody else? Hey, Dennis from Germany, welcome. Ooh, I know y'all are used to cold over there. You laugh at us here in the South, I'm sure. And MedAPA, welcome. Who else did I miss? Anybody else? Hopefully not. So I'm asking for anybody who wants a reading who I've not read for before. New subscribers, you have to be subscribed, and I have not done a reading for you before. If you'd like a reading, I'm giving 2 free ones tonight. And then if anybody wants one past that, I'll do a few super chat readings. So let me know in the comment. Hey, Ashish, welcome from South Africa. Oh, Lordy, I love that about YouTube. People from all over the world. That just fascinates me so much. So let me know. I love that. Yeah, I like when you guys put in there where you're from. Put in the comments where you're from. Okay, let's see. Well, people are stopping in, but they're hadn't got a crowd yet here for staying yet. I can see how many's here, and it's typical for a Friday night, people coming and going, I guess, busy people. Hey, Jason, welcome back in. Thanks for coming back. Thank you so much. We have a new moderator, y'all. Mira is moderating tonight, and I want to say thank you again for that. Perfect, TJ. Yes, thank you so much for that. Aw, that is so sweet. Thank you. I try. I try. I do my best. That's all any of us can do, right? Tonight, I remembered I have got tea. It's, what is it, ginger and turmeric with honey. So hopefully that will help my voice tonight. I do hope. I do hope. Hey, Jason, while I don't know how to pronounce IOI. How do you pronounce that? EOE? That would be a wild guess. I am doing readings for people. I do readings, and sometimes I use tarot cards, and we talk about esoteric or spiritual, metaphysical topics here. And Jason particularly had some really great questions, so I'm looking forward to what you will ask about tonight, Jason. And I do tarot. That's right. So right now I'm waiting for 2 brand new subscribers who I've not done a reading for before, who would like a reading. So if you would, just type in the comments, I'd like a reading. And then when I have 2, then we'll go from there. We'll get this party started, right? So Jason, what did you do last night? Where were you? My hair's gonna drive me crazy, tickling my face again. What did you do after our live last night? Something fun did you do? I went and had dinner. Can't believe I don't usually eat that late, but I was hungry. And I'll confess, I had a little bit of wine too, because I get really jazzed doing these readings. It's kind of like I don't know, would we call that a spiritual high, I guess? I'm not sure, energetically for sure. So I had to get relaxed. Oh, me. I laugh at my own self sometimes. Well, this is very odd. I've usually got 5 requests for readings, but in the first 2 minutes. So, guys, come on now. Surely, there's people out there that need a little help tonight. That's why I'm here. But what we can do while I'm waiting is pull on the incoming energies for the week. I do like to do that. Kind of a check-in in general for what's going on. And I can tell already these rings are not going to do it. They're going to flop around. So I'm going to ask that. Ashish, have you ever had a reading from me? Number 1. And are you subscribed? Because I know I have, doesn't mean it was you, but I have read, boy, I'm going to have trouble talking tonight. I can already tell my mouth is not in sync with my brain. Hey, Ricky. I do remember reading for an Ashish, but I'm not saying it was you, so that's why I'm asking. I'm trying to, a long time ago, I'm trying to leave a couple of these slots open for people I have not read for, just to welcome brand new subscribers in. I think of it as a gift I can give. And I am going to start, Ashish, doing a night for subscribers only, so that people who are already subscribed, to try to honor you guys. And I'm thinking I might do that on Wednesday nights. So y'all think about that. Let me know what you feel about that. The difference is these, as I spoke about last night, that I'm doing now, I'm trying to grow my channel like any YouTubers are, and it helps introduce what I do to new people when I leave when I set up the live. I set it up for any audience and anyone, not just subscribers, and so that helps people find me and see what I do here. Aaron, you just subscribed, and I don't remember you giving a reading to you before, so I will put you on the list. Yes. Excellent. Okay, Jason's saying, I reflected and looked at how I can improve my relationships and plans for the future. Wow, all since last night, because I know we had some really great conversations last night about subjects and law of attraction, which I always talk about here. Well, I'm glad you gave that a lot of thought. I'm not saying that was just about me, your comment, but I'm really glad. That's awesome. Thank you, Jason, for sharing that. Because what's that saying, that quote I found last week? If you're not changing, you're choosing. I love that. If you're not changing, you're choosing. Oh, thank you, Swati. And Swati was here last night. She was part of the party last night, weren't you? Absolutely. Oh my God. Thank you, Emperor. That's so kind. Thank you. Oh, Dexter from Paris. What do I think about shamanism? Well, I think that would depend on your definition of it. You know, it would be equivalent to me of asking, what do I think about a preacher, what we call here in the United States a preacher, or what I would call a priest, or what I would call, I think that has more to do with your how you frame that word. However, I don't know if I looked it up, what the dictionary would say about that, but how I would think about it would be someone who, for example, has special knowledge about esoteric things, and I would say shamans in particular may have, no, I can't say that either. Shaman is more, okay, South American, maybe Central and South American term, maybe. And correct me if I'm wrong about that. But they're people who can see things that most people can't. They feel things, they are sensitive, they have knowledge of esoteric things, energy things, things that are not seen, things that are on the other side of the veil. We're talking about definitions of shamanism, and I think it's fine. There are good eggs and bad eggs in any practices you do. It doesn't matter what. So you just have to consider the source and go from there. Okay, let me see what Mira's saying. Liam, and Mira, help me out here, because since you're moderating tonight, what I'm asking for people is someone who is, for new subscribers, if you just subscribed and have never had a reading from me, I have 2 slots for those people tonight, and then I can do super chats if you'd like a reading after that. But those are the 2 people I'd like to give free readings for tonight. So, Liam, welcome, and I see that you requested a reading. Have you received a reading from me before? A free reading? Oh, Liam, that's awesome. That's a great skill. I hope you're not afraid of that, or maybe just confused. I know it can be confusing. That's an awesome skill, though. So let me know how you feel about it. Liam is saying he can see people that I know are not alive. Well, and I can too. I'm a medium also, Liam. Oh, Swati, thank you for saying that. Well, time will tell, but she's commenting about a reading I did for her last night, and basically, I hope that is, I'm not hoping that person was a gold digger. I'm hoping that it helped you. Okay, Ricky, and then, and Jason, let me see. Okay, Ricky, you're brand new and you have never had a reading? Okay. And Liam, have you had a reading from me before? Well, that's great. I love that you said that, Liam, because that's kind of what happens when they go back. Well, when they cross over. They usually, like for mediums, they usually present to us in 2 ways. They present to us how they look in a particular circumstance or situation because they're trying to deliver a message. For example, if they wanted to share with us how they died, or a particular situation where there was a loved one and there was a conversation or something like that, they might show us that. But in general, if they're just coming through to give a message, for me, they are indeed in their best form. You know, if they were in pain and suffering, they of course no longer are. They typically present, you know, in their best health and their probably prime of their life. And so that's how I see them also. Again, unless they are conveying a particular message or showing me a scene about something that I need to convey. Okay, Ricky. Yeah, okay, Ricky, I've got you down for a reading. I do. You're very welcome, Swati. I'm glad you found me last night and we could dive into that for you. Let me say, they come in my dreams to sit down and talk to me about the afterlife or telling me something that they need certain people to know. Right. Well, I'm glad you're not afraid of it. I would say there are two things. And Ashish is saying third eye is trying to open. Mirror, James, I appreciate your comments. I respect your beliefs, but we're not going to tolerate you trying to enforce that here in our chat tonight. So I would respectfully ask that you find someone else to discuss your beliefs with. I feel like I missed somebody's comment. Let me go back here. And I am going to get to readings tonight, y'all, but I love the dialogue that we have here. They come in my dreams, yes. Oh, I know what I was going to say to you, Leah. Thank you, Swati. I did have Dexter. Thank you. I knew I missed somebody. Dexter, thank you. That's so sweet. I don't think your English is bad at all. Thank you for that compliment. Liam, I was going to say, I'm not going to, James, I don't need to defend my beliefs to you. That's not why I'm here tonight. I'm here to help people. And I'm not going to spend these people who have respectfully here in my chat to hear my message have to listen and take my time defending my beliefs with you. It's just not what I'm going to do. They are not here for you. They are here for me tonight. And Liam is saying, when I was about 5 years old, I've seen a very big, oh, Caden's here tonight. Hey, Caden, thank you for the super chat. Liam is saying, when I was about 5 years old, I saw a very bright blue light at the top of the stairs and came down to me, and that was scary. Well, surely it would have been. Surely it would have been. Okay, Mirror, are you here? Where are you? Where'd you go, Mirror? That would have been scary to me, too. Mirror, I don't know where you are, honey, but I need help here. Okay, wait 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just having to block some people. Okay, I was just wanting to block him. I did it, though, because I'm not going to tolerate people here again. It's just, I don't have time to talk to people to defend my position. It's just, I'm not going to do it. Okay. Caden, do not type your question yet. You've been here before, so you know how this works. I have two people in front of you, and then I will do your reading. So we have to just be patient, pretty please, Caden. I still want to comment on Liam. Crystal, it isn't that you, Crystal asking, is it weird that I dream I have close relationships with celebrities? Like I had a dream once I was married to Pete Davidson. It doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is, I guess. That is a good question. Huge blue light was during the day. 1 second, let me catch up. Hello, Karen. Hola to you as well. Okay, thank you, Mira. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you and scare you. It was just like, they just start spamming the chat with that, and I won't have it for my loyal people that are here especially. Okay, so Liam, I wanted to say something to you. The only thing I would say to people who are hearing voices is you have to be very discerning, because also there are spirits who will try to trick you who are not particularly nice. They have their own agenda, let's say. It doesn't mean they're evil. I don't use that word. I use that word rarely. But they have their own agenda. So just be discerning is all I'm saying to anybody who's hearing them, whether that's daytime or at night when you're sleeping. Now, that being said, was it, who had that comment about Crystal? Yeah, Crystal. So they can definitely, deceased loved ones, come to us, especially when we sleep, because that is when we are most open, and we're not blocking things with our conscious mind. So that's very not uncommon. Now, she's saying that let me read it again for those of you who won't hear the chat. Is it weird that I have a dream with close relationships with celebrities? Like I had a dream once that I was married to Pete Davidson. It doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, it is what it is. Now, it could absolutely be somebody visiting you, Crystal, but also dreams, and I'm not an expert on dreams, but I know a little bit about dream interpretation. And typically, when you see other people in your dream, they are representations or aspects of yourself. So that could, if I was a psychologist, and I'm not, I could interpret that to be saying maybe there's an aspect of you that sees yourself in that light, or perhaps aspires to be like a celebrity in some way. So that's one possibility. I'm going to have to drink my tea tonight, y'all. Well, Swati, honey, I just read for you last night. What's happened in 24 hours? I'm going to need my glasses. And guys, is my mic working okay? I assume y'all can hear me well, right? Liam is saying it's always the same people that come to him. And it says, as I've gotten older, I deal with it better, so no longer scared of it. I see it, yes, a lot out of the corner of my eyes, and look, and it's gone. That's pretty common for you to see it like that, Liam. So I'm just acknowledging that you have something special happening there for you. I would ask them, when you see that or you feel them, ask them what they want to say to you. Say, what do you want? What message do you have for me? And try to build a dialogue with them, because if you're seeing the same people repeatedly, could it be your guides and your ancestors? Yes. So they could just be there to certainly to guide you and to check in on you, but they could be wanting you to hear something they're trying to convey to you. So I would try to start a dialogue with them. And of course, maybe you've already done that. Swathy, that's so sweet. Bless your heart. It's 4:40 a.m. there. Oh my gosh. Jason's asking, do you think there are light and dark forces tempting our free will and decisions? I feel like there's tainted temptation all the time, like something trying to derail my higher plans. Yes, I think there can be, Jason. For certain there are. Again, I don't like to use that word evil, because it's not really always applicable, but yes. And then there's our own subconscious that is a big derailer. Crystal saying yes. Jason saying yes. Yeah. Aaron, I don't usually stop and check in many lives, but your kind voice really spoke to me. Thank you, Aaron. That's so sweet, and I appreciate your patience here. I just like to greet people, and I will do your reading. I promise. I've got you. You're number one here. Let me just greet a few more people here, and I'll get busy with your reading. And then I'll ask you, when I get to that point, I'll ask you to post your question. Crystal saying, I talked to my relatives who passed away years ago and in my dreams also. Excellent, Crystal. Yes, I always recommend you talk to them. They are there and they are checking in on you. It's just if you always think of them as being gone, like just because they're not in the physical body anymore, they're gone, then it's harder to find them. Oh, that's much better. Thank you. It's harder to find them where they are, which is really standing right next to you, right? Just they don't have a physical body. Lima's saying they give me life advice or tell me things that will happen to someone or me, but refuse to tell me when it will happen. Well, Liam, I would say give great thanks that they are giving you that information. And if it's what I think is happening here is that you're kind of in training, okay, so to speak. I don't even know how long this has been going. I mean, you said from childhood, I understood that, but I would just say thank you. Thank you to them when they give you those messages. It could be they're waiting until you have a certain level of acceptance and comfort with the messages they're giving you, or some other timeline in your life that I'm certainly not aware of. Don't give up on that. Don't give up on it, and ask them, say, could you please give me timing? But I think it's wonderful. Jason saying, meditate on my plans and there's always something pulling me back or leading me down another path. Could it be ego and a lower vibration? That's a very multifaceted answer, Jason. Hey, Mirror, by the way, I have given away, my 2 spots for free readings are now full, and I have 1 super chat waiting, so I can take maybe, and I have you to do, let me put you down here, I forgot that. Let's say at least 1 more super chat, so that's where we are on that. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Thank you. That's very kind. Thank you, sweetie. Jason, let me, well, I'm afraid there's great, I'm so excited. There's so many good questions here tonight. I love that, as we had last night, too. So give me a minute to catch up here. Jason, that's almost like and I'm not pushing a private reading on you, but it's a long answer because I need to tune into your energy a little bit more. There could be any number of things. It could be something in your environment. It could be something attached to you. It could, it can be any number of things. And so I'm not sure that I can give you a quick answer to that. But your subconscious, when you say leading me, that almost sounds like you're coming from a place of, I have no responsibility in this decision, and I don't think you want to be that. You want to be, I'm being shown another option here. Is that where I should go? I know this is semantics, of course, but I feel like this could just be your own self-sabotage patterns and doubts and a lack of clarity that's coming through your own subconscious that might be doing that to you. So I hesitate to put names or label things that are outside of you until I had a little bit more information about what's going on. Ashish is asking, is it a good idea to let my third eye to open? Well, I think it is, Ashish, but I also think you need to have a good practice, some kind of a spiritual practice to ground you, because people get very enamored. We were actually discussing some of this last night. You can get seduced by, if your third eye opens and you start seeing things and you think, oh wow, this is great, I can do all these things, but you're not grounded and you don't have a good foundation, you can kind of lose yourself, and not in a good way to that. So have a good practice, have a meditation practice or some kind of a spiritual practice that can keep you grounded along with that opening. It's a good thing if you have the ability to keep balance. Oh, thank you, Swati. Yeah, I don't know. I just, like last night, I felt like that color. Tonight, it was this color. It was a little brighter. Liam is saying, the dark spirit that follows me, I have actually seen for the first time last year, was wearing a long black robe with a hood over his head, but never shows his face. He's 8 feet tall, thin, high energy. Well, that would lend itself to our human minds judging that that is something not beneficial. If we saw that image, I understand that. But again, things are not always as they seem. And so I can't judge that. I'd really have to do like that. I'd have to do a private reading, Liam, because I do deal with spirits and things, but I can't do that in depth here for you. Crystal's asking, is it possible to have premonition dreams? I had a dream or thought. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every day it's possible. Mira saying, I often see my dad who passed away 3 years back in my dreams. Yes, that's the easiest way for them to get us to contact us, I'll say it that way, is in our dreams, again, because we don't have our everyday mindset or everyday, I don't want to say walls up, but we kind of do. You know, we get in life mode as opposed to when we're sleeping, we're relaxed. You know, we're not in that got to get everything done mode. Caden says, hi, I just want to ask if it's okay to do my super chat. I'm going off in 30 minutes to, oh shoot, Caden, you did this. No, it wasn't you. It's somebody, MWM, that did that the other day. I don't like to do that. I like to give people, because they came, they made their decision, they did their super chat, and I know you don't, I'm not being insensitive. What I want to say is, I know this video shows up in the live feed, and it's just a matter of when you scroll and find it. But it's not polite to my other people if I don't do them in the order that I get them. Now, I can do, like if you want to come back tomorrow, Caden, if that would work better for you, I will honor your super chat then. And I'm thinking I'll try to come on here probably 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow. Will that work for you as an option? Jason's saying, got it. Okay, good. Crystal, any advice on finding your purpose in life? I'm 46 and so exhausted and trying to figure it out. I feel lost and hopeless. Oh, Crystal, I'd love to do a reading on that for you. That's a longer subject, again, than I can answer here. Typically, it's something that you love, that we may not think of it in terms of, gee, I can make a living at that. But typically, if you follow something you love, things happen. But it's not a simple answer, because you might just be blocking it because you don't believe it can happen. We talk a lot about law of attraction here in my community, and so it could be that you're blocking it, again, based on law of attraction principles. Oh, and Erin, I appreciate that. I love that you are supporting Crystal. That's awesome. And you too, Jason. Thank you. Wow, Swathi, that's amazing. Well, that's right. They can, yes, they can be foretelling dreams. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you got to laugh with her about that. I do not worship the devil. Absolutely not. -2 there. Oh my God, Jason, where did you say you are? Jeez. Okay, Mirror, would you please block devil? Kaden, tonight you're asking me what time does it stop? When I'm done reading. I don't set a time. I don't have a time tonight when I'm done getting these other readings done. Thank you. Thank you, Mira. Crystal's saying, I love helping people, but not sure how to go about it on a professional level. Usually, Crystal, I have found if you, once you get over yourself, that's kind of about a comment about me, but most of us have a little bit of, well, hesitancy, if not trepidation, sharing that we can do that with other people. Once you are okay with it, and that's primary, once you are okay with it and you start talking to people, typically you'll find that people just show up. Oh, I didn't know you do that. That's so cool. Oh, I want a reading, or I know I was just talking to so-and-so and I think she might want to, things will start showing up for you. But it's that you have to get over that being okay with it element first. I don't know much about Aquarius people, so I'm afraid I can't help you with that. I know a lot about Scorpios. Ooh. Yeah, London. Oh, yeah. Well, it's that cold here. You're on the same basic. Is that latitude or longitude that our northern United States is, and yeah, it gets cold there too. You were laughing about that, Swathi. You are a Cancer star sign. I like Cancers. They are a fellow water sign. Okay. Okay, Liam and Josh, play nice, or Josh, you will find if you try to push your agenda here, we will send you away. Just letting you know. Well, Crystal, I'm in the South. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. Where are you? And it is freaking cold here. Yes, we had like 4 inches of snow tonight. Okay, I think I'm finally caught up in the chat for now. And Mirror, I'll let you keep a watch on that discussion that's going on, please, with Josh. And I'm going to start doing readings. So, Erin, would you post your question, please, in the chat for me now? Thank you for being patient. Yeah, I'm just glad I didn't lose power, y'all, and heat and. See, that's so lovely, Erin. What nice manners. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, we woke up to the snow this morning, and then it's been kind of on and off raining. It's been raining steadily this afternoon here as well. I know it's so, I haven't put my nose outside today. It's too cold. I know, Liam, I'm with you. I'm a summer person too. So Aaron, I see it now. I was waiting for your question. I started to say, but I got it. Josh, you will be blocked if you keep that up. Aaron wants to know, I had an experience of serious illness past summer. Okay, and are you concerned it's coming? Oh, here it is. I have had a very vivid dream since, and I have always been emotionally sensitive. What could this mean? Ah. I'm not so much a beach babe, Swati. I just like warm weather. You know, can't ever. It could be 110 and I rarely break a bead of sweat, but. Thank you, Mira. He's been warned twice. He gets blocked next time. Thank you for being on top of that. Well, I know. Pets are so good that way, aren't they, to keep us warm. Okay, let me go back up here, because you posted 2 comments here, and I want to get the full picture here for you. I had an experience of serious illness past summer. I have had very vivid dreams since, and I have always been emotionally sensitive. What could this mean? Well, it means just what you said. You are sensitive. Are you saying this didn't begin until your illness? That seems to be what I'm hearing. Is that correct, Aaron? Jason, your cat's smart, right? It has ramped up after. Well, one thing I will tell you, Aaron, so it could have, okay, had, I don't know, let me see. Let me just stop a second. Let me stop my mouth and tune in for you. Okay, I don't know specifically what your illness was, but here's what I'm feeling for you. I'm feeling that it involved, you lost a lot of weight. I'm feeling, particularly around the middle section, something going on. I don't know what it was. Like I said, I don't need to name it, but, and the reason I'm bringing that up is it feels like you essentially, without intending to necessarily, this illness caused you to do a bit of a cleanse. No, not a bit of a cleanse. Your body was cleansing, basically, because you were purging, not necessarily by choice. But it was enabling you. It was like a side effect, but a positive side effect for you to do cleansing. And when I'm saying cleansing, I don't just mean physical purging like your body might do. I mean energetically cleansing. There were some things in your energy field that were affected, because we're not just physical beings, okay? We have an energy field, and there are layers to us. There's multi-layers that we can't see with our normal vision. That's what an aura is made up of. Excuse me. And so whatever this illness was for you, it caused a shift in your energy. It also caused a shift in your awareness, because you started paying attention, no, not paying attention to, well, that too, but it's more like you started reframing things. Excuse me. It's like you, you know, and now I'm not saying this was you, but for example, if someone has a difficult illness like a cancer or a major surgery, like you have to have an organ removed of some kind, you start thinking about your mortality. You start thinking about, gee, all the things that I didn't do that I might not get to do, or you really change how you live life, is what I'm told. That this is something that I think was a part of what you experienced. And so those changes between the physical, the physiological, the mental, and emotional changes, this kind of jump-started you more into being more sensitive. But it was always there and available for you, Aaron. Now, I hope you're not afraid of it. And I was just saying earlier, and you've been here from the beginning, so the chat tonight, I do hope, however, that you have a good foundation, some kind of a good spiritual practice. For me, it's meditation. I was blessed to have a wonderful meditation teacher that I found, rather he found me, or the path found me 35 years ago. And because of that, I have been blessed, and I have lots of experiences along the way, but I didn't lose myself in those experiences because I had such a good foundation. And I also, it helped that I had a teacher, someone I could ask about these experiences, who could guide me. So I hope that, let me go back to how you said that. Vivid dreams, yes. And so what you're asking, though, what could it mean? It means that you're waking up, because this little physical being that we have here is just a very small part of who we are. The bigger part of us, the broader part of us, lives in the non-physical, on the other side of the veil. And so what's happening, because you've sort of dropped some of these things that were blocking those sensitivities, now you're able to feel things and see things and know things more. It just means you're waking up. You're becoming aligned with more of you. The part of you that was in non-physical now is, and here's the other thing. We are experiencing a shift on the planet, quite a large shift. I'm not an astrologer, but I know there are some major planets shifting. And I know also that this is causing a lot of people, let me say it simply, the veil is thinning. For everyone, the veil is thinning. So people who have never had psychic abilities or knowing ability are starting to have experiences. So I think it's a combination of those two things for you. Let me see, would you like to weigh in on any of that? Swati's saying, I went through 2 surgeries and I think I didn't enjoy my life with my mom and I missed her so much. Yes, I know it really brings perspective, doesn't it, to who and what we place value on in life. Yeah, Swati's saying, yes, it changed. Okay, and Aaron's saying, I agree 100%. Okay, good. It's not a bad thing. You had sepsis. Oh my God, yes. It was here, was it not? Something in your midsection, or was it? Actually, my brother died of sepsis, so I can relate. You're lucky you survived, honey. That's serious. That's very serious. Pneumonia? Okay, so that was your lungs? Oh my gosh, wow. That is awful, Liam. It certainly is. Wow, that's a big deal. Well, I would say, and I'm sure you've already been told this or you know this, that's something big to recover from. And if you're here, it's because you're here for a reason, and you have much more life to live and many more things to do here. And it could be, maybe it has to do with your new sensitivities. Maybe not. One thing I think that some people, I'm not saying this about you, Aaron, but it's easy because how those kinds of sensitivities have been viewed or spoken about in the past. It's easy oftentimes to get how do I want to say this? It's easy to think, well, these things are happening to me for a reason, and so I need to hang my shingle out. Okay. And I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't. All I'm saying is, as I mentioned earlier, first of all, have a good foundation, have a good spiritual practice that keeps you grounded, and understand that it's not for everyone to hang out a shingle or to go public or to, I hope you understand what I mean by hang out a shingle. I guess some cultures wouldn't understand that, but we can, the point of this is you can help people in your everyday life, just people you come in contact with, at the grocery store, complete strangers. I've done that for years. I would be standing, I've had this happen multiple times. I would be standing in the grocery store, I don't know, picking out something in the meat counter, and this lady was standing next to me also looking at the meat. Just started a conversation. Before I knew it, she literally was crying in front of me. I don't know why it's a complete stranger. I don't know why I'm telling you this. So people will be drawn to you. Spirit will orchestrate strangers and people coming to you. And so it's not like you, and I hope everybody's listening to this, it's not like you have to go hang out a shingle if you have spiritual gifts or sensitivities. They know what your abilities are. They know where you need to be encouraged. They know, by they, I mean your spirit team. And so they can put the right people in your path that will help you to gain confidence in your abilities and that you can help. So I'm encouraging you to use your sensitivities, but you will, when you, because people say, how will I know? Well, because people will show up. They'll just show up and they'll ask, and conversations will automatically drift toward that subject. And, or you have dreams, you have precognitive dreams, or you just have dreams that have information. And so anyway, I know I'm rambling a bit, but I hope that helps. Let me see. Erin said, yes, I quit my terrible job. Oh, good, which I was never spent enough time with them, and I value my husband so much more. Yes, I know. Again, sorry, y'all, my thing is bothering me. It really, again, it puts things in perspective, doesn't it? Oh, Lordy, Liam saying, I nearly died twice, once in a car accident, and also poisoned myself with liquid air. Oh my gosh, liquid air freshener. You thought it was apple juice? Good heavens, Liam. Well, you clearly, it wasn't your time. It just wasn't. My goodness, oh, geez. Crystal's saying, I had my gallbladder removed 6 months ago, and I have not been able to get back on being myself again. Crystal, it really does take time. I had a major surgery back in 2015, and it probably took me 2 years to get me back and energy levels. I'm not saying that it will take you that long. I really don't think it will, but and then Erin saying, sorry, I hope my comments make sense. I think faster. Oh, Erin, I know. Erin saying she thinks faster than she types. Well, that's my mouth and my brain. Yes, my brain is thinking faster than my tongue can get it out. I understand. Yes, I agree. Be gentle with yourself, Crystal. Liam is saying it was so green. Oh my gosh, it was green, so I thought naturally it was apple juice. You were, oh, well, you were 4 at the time. Well, of course, you didn't know any different. Oh gosh. Whew. Yeah, you had a lot of life to live yet though, Liam, didn't you? Erin, I really hope that helped, and I'm encouraging you to continue to connect with those sensitivities and the people. And you also heard me earlier say, ask what they want if you're talking to people, or whatever those are for you. I hope that you'll do that, yes. I would, very unwell for a week, Liam says, yes. You're welcome, Erin. My pleasure. I'm so glad. It was a great question for you to ask. And other people I know benefited from that as well. Now, Ricky, if you are here, please post your question. Please post your question. And then Caden, you would be next if you're here, if you're still here. So Ricky, if you are here, please post your question in the chat. ZTR, I'm not certain what your what your question means. What's your pronouns? Pronouns? I don't understand that question. Oh, thank you, Ayush. I'm not young, but I appreciate the compliment. Okay, Caden, awesome. And if Ricky doesn't answer here in a minute, I'll go ahead and jump into your reading. Ricky, are you still here? Caden, excuse me, Caden, go ahead and type your question because I'm not seeing anything from Ricky here. Jason saying, I had a breakdown as a kid. I considered suicide. Oh no, Jason. And I prayed and asked for help to whomever. I cried myself to sleep, and the day after, my life got better. You were 16. Oh, and an angel saved you. Well, amen. You are given an angel when you are born, your guardian angel. Now, we have more. We've talked about this, I think, recently. You can have more than one, but yeah, wasn't your time to go. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're still here, Jason. Oh, Crystal, thank you so much. It's all natural gray. It's all natural. Okay, Kaden is asking about Alicia. Oh, Kaden, that's 14 different questions. One question. Well, let's see. What does Alicia want from me? What is her true feelings? What will happen in 3 months? Does she love me, or is she hiding her love from me? Will we are still in contact, still meet? That's, at least 14 questions. So I can't do all that, honey. I'll be here all night because I have to pull separate cards for each one of those. Well, not always, but, and there's Ricky. Okay, Ricky's here. Well, Ricky, I'm sorry, I had already asked Caden to put his comments, so I'm going to do him first. If you hang on, I'll come back and do yours, please. What deck, please, for Caden? What deck for Caden? Okay. First, let's ask what Alicia wants from you. Okay. That has, I have suspicion written all over it, questioned, Caden. You are questioning her motives. Okay. What does Alicia want from Caden? Justice. I mean, seriously. Justice card. But it came out sideways, which means says, is it upright or is it, it's in the process. That just means literally justice. Now that can go a couple of ways. Let me get some more cards here for you. What is this? What does that mean, Spirit? What does that mean? What does that mean, please and thank you? What does that mean? What does Alicia want? What is the Justice card? Please clarify that for me. Can you not really see that, can you? Ooh, that's a whole lot. We'll take those. Let's see what story this is telling. Excuse me. So, Kaden, I've done a reading for you before, and I know, I don't remember if I said this to you then, but sometimes tarot gives me the backstory before it answers the question. So I'm going to tell you, what the cards are here, and you can tell me if that's already happened or this is current. I mean, I don't know why it always does that, but it does. So I don't know if this is answering the question I just asked or if this is more backstory. And of course, I don't know what the dynamic is between you two. Okay, thank you, Mira. I appreciate that. So the World card is the end of the Fool's journey. It means the end of a cycle. Doesn't, for me as a reader, always mean the end of a relationship, but some kind of a cycle here. You're asking what she wanted, so let's go with the fact that this is answering my question. She wants the end of a cycle, or some kind of cycle to end. She wants to be happy. This is the Sun card, happiest card in the tarot. But there's no clarity about this, or there could be, she feels there's a lack of truth here in the situation, and wants to come in out of the cold because there's some sense of this is abandonment, essentially, is what that card means. And in the upright, in the reverse, it means somebody who was out in the cold wants to come back, because these people can just keep walking in the upright, but in the reverse, somebody wants to come back. And it looks like whatever plans were here have fallen through. Plans didn't work out as she thought, you thought. And so now somebody, I'm presuming her, trying to manifest, because there's regret here, remorse. Now let me catch up with the chat, because you may have answered or commented on that. Let me just see. Oh gosh, Crystal. Let it grow naturally. I mean, this is gray. This is just my natural hair, and this is just how it's grown out. I would probably tell them, if you want streaks, you can get highlights that are darker and lighter and have a mixed different highlights in there, but mine is just all natural. Hey, Ricky, and Mira has, I think, addressed you here, so we're getting, you're on the list still. I love that. Jason says, I find it exciting when the cards come out. I do too, Jason, I know, right? Thank you, Liam, for that heads up. Ricky, yeah, wait until I ask you for the question, because it'll get lost in the chat. That's what Liam is saying. Don't keep posting your question. It'll get lost, and you can get blocked for doing that. Now let me catch up. Hey, Em, welcome. Thank you for being here. I have given away all the free readings tonight, however, Em. Those slots are already taken. I have 1 or 2 slots left for Super Chat, so if you would like, I can do that for you. Okay, now I'm down here, Caden. I'm catching up with you now. Caden said, we did have conflict, okay. When we first started meeting, everything was great. We were happy then, and suddenly things changed, told me she wasn't ready. Now I don't see efforts from her, and waiting for clarity still. Okay. Got you. Oh, thank you, Swathi. Yeah, it is. It's just, because it's just natural. All gray, just what God gave me. Hey, Yogini, thank you. Yogini, am I saying that correctly? Welcome. And thank you for your subscription. Thank you so much. Okay. So, Caden, yes, I think Okay. Yeah, plans fell through. That's essentially, that. I want to ask, and I've lost your question now. I'm sorry. But I think you want to know what her intentions are, what her feelings are for you now. So I want to ask that. Please show me what Alicia's intentions. Okay. Ooh. Well, Caden, you may need to let go of her because you saw what happened there. I said, what are her intentions? And I didn't even get feelings out, and the Hangman in reverse came out. Now that means someone who's not willing or able to get a new perspective. They're not willing to surrender to a situation. And at the bottom of the deck, which the reason I look at the bottom of the deck is when I'm reading, is it's sort of the underlying energy of what's falling out here for me as a reader. We have the Devil card. This is restrictions being held back from things that would otherwise, where you would otherwise be living your best life or being your best self. These are those kinds of restrictions. This could be addictions, literally physical addictions, can be behavioral addictions. It is being restricted. And what I'm seeing is, I think this is followed by the Eight of Pentacles. Sorry, my nose is itching. Eight of Pentacles. This is the apprentice working on his craft. And what I feel this is saying is, she doesn't want to put in the work. I mean, some people just don't want to work hard. Relationships take work. I know that many people in the younger generation don't understand that, but I'm not calling all of you, saying that about all of you, but it does, I've noticed, it seems to be people think you just, you go through this honeymoon period and everything's lovely, and then things start happening and you don't know why, and you just walk away. Well, I don't know your person, but there's an element here of, it's interesting because it's in the upright. This is giving me, typically I would read this in the upright, meaning I do want to put in the work, but that, because it's right next to this Devil, it feels energetically to me. Now I may change my tune. Let me see what else comes out. But the fact that this came out in reverse is saying I don't want to do the work. Hey Swathi, thank you for the super chat. Awesome, thank you. Let me put you down here. You would be after Riki. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully you didn't have as much trouble getting that to work tonight. I know you had trouble last night, wasn't that you? So show me what else about Alicia and Caden. All right, so we know that's the intentions. Basically, this is saying the intentions is to do nothing, Caden. Now let's ask feelings. What are feelings? Well, that's good. Wheel of Fortune came out. That's good. But that can, I'll reserve, because I reserve my comments. This could just be saying, it means basically good fortune, okay? But it can also mean just I'm working on my money. I don't, Let me see what else comes out for you. Mirror, I so appreciate you tonight. I cannot tell you how much. Thank you. Well, one more, please. One more, because that could mean a couple of different things here. What are Leisha's feelings toward Caden? Okay. Okay. Well, this just took a turn, Caden. So the Wheel of Fortune, as I said, I talked about that. This is good fortune. What are her feelings? Her feelings now are starting to turn, apparently. Well, maybe she's thinking favorably about you now, and she wants to explore that. This is the curious page. He's the explorer page. He wants to go out and experience life, new things, new paths. However, he is a page. He's young. He's inexperienced. He's naive. This is thinking back. This is a card of nostalgia, thinking back on good times, reminiscing about what? About the lovers. Now we're asking about you two, so this to me would mean she's thinking about you and how disappointed, or about disappointment, whoever disappointed who. I presume just hearing you mention this, it's probably how she disappointed you. And you might hear from her. This is a strong card of communication, but it can be disappointing news. It's okay. What actions might she take toward Caden? And I'm not caught up in the comments here. Let me take a little break before I ask that in case you have commented here. Let me catch up. Okay, you haven't commented. Okay, good. So let me ask what her potential actions would be towards you. And let's see if we get a communication card. What might her potential actions be towards you? Please and thank you. What might Alicia's actions toward Caden be? Please and thank you. Because that just kind of took a turn there. That's why I wanted more cards to see. That could have gone a couple of different ways, Caden. Ooh, okay, hold on. Don't take those or not. I'm going to look at them. Let me see if they come back out again. Let's see. All right. What? Ooh, really? Okay, that's the Tower card. That's some sudden change. Does not always have to be bad, but I've had several cards in here that reverse. Let me check my deck here. Okay, looks like they're all correct. Okay. All right, what is this Tower? This is an action, clearly, an action card. What action? What is this Tower reflecting? Woo! Well, okay, more please. Oh, there's two there. Never mind. Wait. Oh, my goodness. Caden, this is, like I said, it took a turn. Because now we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is the farmer who plants seeds in the field, who tends the field, who looks at the long term, the bigger view, right? Investing. I want to invest in something. And so, wait for it. I'm coming forth with my cup of love. I may need to apologize to you. The Page of Cups can be an apology. But it's saying she has feelings for you. But I still don't see strong communication card here. That's what actions might she take? please and thank you toward Caden. That's all you're going to give me? I hope that comes out again. Oh, Lord. Love tarot. I didn't say anything, but this was at the bottom of the deck earlier, the King of Wands. That's somebody, that's saying she has a lot of attraction toward you. She finds you very attractive. Now, remember we talked about the Devil card earlier? Well, guess who came back? So these are actions. This is, and the Lover's card, which is a choice about love. So it's telling me, I mean, I would love to read this some other way, but, well, this could be saying she's changing her tune and now she's starting to be obsessed with you. That's one way to read that. Excuse me. Wow. But I have to say, the other way I could say this, Caden, is that she's thinking about her investments for the long term. You, because I ask about you. And I think she knows she needs to apologize, and maybe she wants to talk to you about those feelings, but she's being held back. We talked about the Devil card and how it's a restriction. Being held back from making a choice, making a decision, a choice in love, and it could have to do with a King of Pentacles. I'm going to get a couple of more, right? All right, give me more, please, on this potential action that she wants to take. All right, Caden, I think you might hear from her, but I don't have strong communication cards. But it is, excuse me. This feels to me like a person who is deciding still. Remember this card came out sideways? And I said this is either justice or injustice, depending on, it's still in motion. I think that she's, because in the Lover's card here, which is a card about choice. It's not just about lovers. It's about a choice. And it's right in the middle of this bottom row of cards here. I'm being held back. I'm feeling restricted. I think she's thinking that this relationship, she's questioning, will this hold me back if I make this choice to not be single? Because I don't really want to change. I don't really want to change and transform. I'm not done healing what I need to heal, and yet I'm still holding on to you, Caden. And yet I'm still holding on, and I'm thinking about bringing you this cup of love, this offer. This is the Page of Pentacles, because I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about love and about my feelings. And I'm starting to see that you might be my wish come true. And I think I need to heal. I need to heal inside of me to get clarity on what my wishes and dreams are. Because right now I'm not really happy. Right now I'm just kind of putting a wall up. Putting a wall up. And it's a heavy burden to do that. What I really want in my life is victory. But instead, can that, wait a minute, how can, oh, it's the 2, yeah. So I'm holding off. Let me change that. I'm sensing energy as I'm talking to you. I'm getting ready to make a decision, to make a choice, to choose one of these wands. But I'm looking out at the world. See, that person's got a world, a globe in their hand. And I haven't been able to make that choice yet. But I'm starting to see now what my 10 of Cups looks like, what my happiness looks like. I'm starting now to get in touch with my passions. And I think now I'm ready to put the work in. I feel like now I kind of understand what all this anxiety and sleepless nights have been about for me. And maybe it was ultimately just about stability in my life. And I'm starting to realize now that I self-sabotaged myself along the way. And I'm finally, and the divine is stepping in to help me balance that, help me find that equilibrium in my own life. And I'm not talking about this, I'm not sharing this with anybody, but I'm trying to manifest. And I'm working on, and I know I have the skills here. I'm finally realizing I have the skills to come forward and cut things out of my life that don't serve me anymore, and to start living the truth of who I am and what I want. And as I do that, I will be ready for a collaboration. And I'll be ready to come forth with this offer. I went too far down in the deck, I guess. Hey, Chill, when did you get here? Welcome. Don't we all self-sabotage? Amen, we do. That is the very definition of contrast most of the time. So I think that, I hope I've given you some insight, Caden, as to what she's thinking and feeling here. Now, again, I don't have strong cards that she's going to call you, or you're going to, I don't have those strong cards here of communication. I think she's still going through the process of thinking and feeling, trying to come to terms with. Honestly, that's what I would sum this reading up, coming to terms with her own feelings and what she wants. I feel like, and I'm not pulling cards on this, it's just an intuitive feeling, there are some pretty big changes that she will have to make in order to be with you. And you can verify that for me or not. And I think she's struggling with that. She's struggling more with that than actual being with you. There are changes that would need to be made, and I feel like she's struggling with those changes. And it could also be that maybe there are some, that part of those changes is some kind of addiction she's struggling with. It could literally be that. Or again, something that's holding her back from, being fully in any relationship, not just with you. This is much broader than just you. Now, you said something about what's going to happen in the next 3 months. I don't do timing because there's this thing called free will, and it could change tomorrow. You have the potential, and I know we talked about this in your last reading, you have the potential, basically, because of the power of law of attraction, to collapse timelines. If you get busy getting happy and learn about the law of attraction and start applying that, you can collapse timelines. So I'm just throwing that out for you, Caden. I am throwing that out for you. Anything else you want to tell Caden? Any advice you'd like to tell Caden, please, regarding Alicia? That's right, Jason. What you think about, you bring about. Amen. And Caden, I said this earlier, if you're not changing, you're not choosing. And I'm talking about you. If you're not changing how you're focusing on this relationship, you're choosing for it to stay the same. You've got to start affirming, this person loves me. I am lovable. I am valued. This person can't wait to be with me. She's thinking about me. She's going to call me. I can't wait. I'm envisioning the phone ringing. Or, you know, you've got to start focusing on living in the end of what you want, because you can't get what you want from where you are here. You're obsessed with the fact that she's not in your life. You're not hearing from her. You don't know what's going on. You're so focused on that, and you can't get to where you want with that. You're not going to be able to track that if you don't change your thinking about it. I'm going to put these back and just ask for a couple more cards here for you. But I think I've given you the best I'm going to get for you tonight, Caden. Let me just put these back. You're saying, is there a third party? Now that's 16 questions. She is this way because of work or third party. Caden, that's literally, these are supposed to be one question readings, but you are a super chat. I'll give you some slack. I can tell you this, I didn't see that either of those, an overworked or workaholic person or a third party in that reading. I didn't see either of those. I didn't ask the question yet, please. Okay. I'm asking a question in my head, Caden, in case you're wondering why I'm quiet. Do you remember these two cards that came out earlier? After all that shuffling, they came back again. To me, the third party is her own self-sabotage. I don't think it is another person. I think, even though oftentimes I always consider kings and queens as people in my readings. But because of these cards have already come out and had a message for us, and then they're repeating, I feel like this is her own self-sabotage. She is undermining her own ability to find the very thing she wants, which is stability and to be nurturing and all of that. And I feel like she's doing it to herself. So I don't see a quintessential third party other than her own self-sabotage. She's asked, you ask about, is she this way because of third party or work? You're still not getting the message I'm trying to give you here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Caden, it's about law of attraction. Because if you do your work, if you do your 50%, and you change your point of attraction, this situation can shift. It doesn't matter what's causing it, really. It really doesn't. But to answer your question, I did not see a third party here in the cards tonight. So that's what I have for you, Caden. Thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging around, and I know you had somewhere to be, but I hope you get to where you need to go on time. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate your super chat again, and I wish you luck with that. And again, do homework on law of attraction. You can shift this. You have the power. It's not about the other person. It's never about the other person. It's about you and what you are attracting in the world. What you're putting out there, you're getting back. Okay. Well, now let's see. I am way behind on comments, I know, but y'all are talking about food now. You're making me hungry. Jason said, if you work on yourself and shine bright, you will be like a magnet to her, bro. Amen, Jason. That's so true. You know, and I say this every live. If you're looking for anything or any person outside of you to make you happy, to fill that cup of love, you will never be satisfied. Fill your cup of love first. Okay, now, Ricky, are you here? Would you please post your question again? And thank you so much for your patience, Ricky. Really, I am so grateful. Oh, there, boy, that was quick. Okay, that's a bunch of questions, but let's see. I have to start putting my description. Free readings are one question, not 22. I just can't, you know, it's a time thing. Just to try to fit all that in, because each one of those I might require more cards for, but we'll get you what I can, Ricky. I'll do my best. Hey, Mirror, if you're here, maybe you could help me with that in the future or whatever. If somebody somebody requests a reading, it needs to be one question, because there's just, you know, I can go for 10 minutes on one question here and still only scratch the surface sometimes. So just for future and anybody else that might come in here, just FYI. So let me read your question again, Ricky. Excuse me. I wish I had a mute on my new microphone. I don't. Apologies. My partner and I are divorcing because of his mom. He chose his family. We have a small baby. Will we be okay for me and my baby after divorce? Is it the right decision? Direction, life, and career and finance, and career finance. What deck, please, for Ricky? Really? That's never happened before. Same deck. Okay. You just want to talk. It's your turn tonight to talk. Okay. You've been saving up, haven't you? Y'all are funny. So, Ricky, you've been here this whole live. How many times have you heard me talk about law of attraction? What did I just say to Caden? Did you hear all that? You are creating your future with your thoughts. So, you can affect the outcome. You can choose the outcome you want. Now, it doesn't happen overnight because you've got momentum built up from all this concern and worry and stress, because I can feel that in your energy, and justifiably so. Of course, it's not just you, you've got a child. So I want you to be aware that whatever comes out here, you have free will. You have not only the ability to change things, but frankly, a responsibility. You know, you're either a victim in life or you're a creator. And we're all creators. The question is, which reality are you creating? Are you creating, I'm going to be a victim here and these people have done me wrong and I'm getting kicked out of the whatever house or whatever situation? You know, or is that going to end up being a blessing in disguise? Maybe things will change. You have to decide who you are, and then in the face of saying to the world, I am somebody who deserves to be prosperous, and I deserve to be supported. I'm valuable. I am valued. I am honored. I'm a good mother, and I'm recognized for that. I'm a good wife, and I'm recognized for that. I'm a good person, most importantly, and I'm recognized for that. And when you start affirming that and you start believing it, because the universe knows if you believe it or not, then you can shift the energy around this situation, or you'll bring in something even better. So that's the most important message I would give you tonight. What is the potential outcome? Given the current energy situation, unless Ricky gets her butt in gear and starts doing some powerful manifesting, what is the potential outcome with Ricky regarding this divorce? Well, that's very good. Let's see what else. Depending on what comes with it. Ooh. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Ricky. I don't know what's going on here. My God. I've never seen more positive cards, Ricky. This is awesome. I got to tell you, okay, you've got 3 different kings in your reading, and 1 queen, which I presume is you. Could be your husband's mother, but so I don't know who all these people are, but these are people in this situation. You have a King of Wands, presumably somebody that's going to either currently or will make you very happy. You've got a King of Pentacles, who is a very good provider. He's a nurturer also. He's also somebody who takes care of his people. He's very dependable. And the King of Wands here, he's the sexy king, right? He's an entrepreneur. He's a go-getter. He's an action king. And then you have the King of Cups. He gives, you know, he's the lovey-dovey romance king, I guess you could say that about him. But they're all good kings, except this King of Wands. He can be a little bit of a player when he wants to be. And then you have the Queen of Swords in the upright. Now this could be saying you, followed by the Sun card. So to me, Ricky, this is saying, frankly, let's do this 2 ways. Let's say this is you. The Queen of Swords doesn't take any crap from anybody. She's got her sword pointed up, and her hand extended. Let me show you. It's saying, when the sword is pointed up, I am open to communication. I'm open to you talking to me, supplicant. Come and state your case. But if I don't like what you have to say, I'm going to cut you with the sword. And so I think this is saying to me, because you're cutting all these things out of your life, you very likely are going to have multiple choice people to choose from. These are three very good kings, all in the upright in your reading. And you've got the Ten of Cups, which is happiness, dreams being fulfilled, all your wishes coming true right there. And the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. If anything, Ricky, this situation is like a blessing, like saving you from something, putting you on a path where a lot of much better things are going to be happening. So all of this looks good. Now, another way I can read this is because of how you asked your question. This can be saying, to know your self-worth, you can take care of yourself. This, again, is the Action King, the entrepreneur. He's a business person, of course. This is saying, know that you can do this for yourself. You don't need to depend on anybody else. You can create your own happiness. You can cut the crap out of your life that no longer serves you. You can be a clear communicator, and you know the truth of what this is for you. You can create, you can, provide for yourself, and you can love yourself. And you can give yourself this. The Sun card, the happiest card in the tarot. You don't need this necessarily. Maybe this is saying after this, because this is often the marriage card, right? The 1111 card. But in the reverse, it's saying disharmony in the home. Because why? Because somebody's trying to control you, or this is the Emperor in reverse. And it's causing a broken heart. And I believe Spirit is telling you, keep it moving. Get yourself in that chariot and get on out of there. I'm not delivering this. I've never talked to anybody like this, Ricky. I've never had a reading quite like this. So I'm not telling you what to do. You should never make big decisions in your life based on what a tarot reader says, ever. We are here for entertainment purposes only. However, the way these cards are falling for you, this is very positive. Take your cell phone out of there and you will be happier. This is the everything card, the Ten of Pentacles. It means your money's good, you're happy, you're healthy, you got the family that you want. So either way this goes, this is looking positive for you. Yeah, you just have to decide what you want to invest your energy in and look at the big picture, the long haul. Because there's been some sneaky stuff here. This can also be strategy, saying you need to make a strategy about things that are holding you back and about who you collaborate with. Don't be afraid of change. Watch your money. Sure, you're going to have to watch your money. But the divine is trying to balance your life out for you. This is the Temperance card. And of course, you can't see it. It's hidden. What's hidden is that you're going to be able to put this battle down. Put these wands down. You don't have to fight anymore because you felt stabbed in the back because of this ending that's happening. You feel that way. And you feel in a way like everything is overwhelming right now. But things are coming to the light. Things are coming to the light soon about this conflict, about this competition in this situation for you. And you're going to be moving to calmer waters. Now, you're moving to calmer waters, and then the Hierophant here, this can be a marriage card. This can be a long-time commitment. This can be, but it's in the upright, which is good. and then coming in out of the cold. I'm not giving you the answer. You're overthinking it right now. Yeah, you're at a crossroad. You're losing sleep over it. I know. You're not living with your husband. You split apart. Well, honestly, Ricky, I have to say it's looking like you've got more opportunity than you realize coming towards you. Again, these kings can represent you, but I feel like they can also be people. This is very, I mean, you've got the two happiest cards in the tarot here. I think you just need to keep going. Now, I didn't answer your question. I know I didn't answer. You want the yes or no, like everybody here wants a yes and no. I know. You're saying, I managed to do everything on my own. I just wanted a confirmation with the divorce. Well, thank you, because that's exactly what I'm seeing here. You don't need those people. This is you. All of these are you. That's right. That's exactly what these are telling me. You're confirming these cards here. You got your own self here in this state of happiness because you cut people and things out that didn't serve you. That's absolutely right. And so what your question specifically then is, you wanted confirmation about the divorce, meaning are you divorcing? Or state your question a little clearer for me, Ricky, so I understand specifically what you're asking, please. Thank you, Chill. That's right. You keep going. That's right. Thank you, Mirror. That's awesome. Except for when you posted the free slots for the live are already taken, and then you said new subscribers can request for a free reading. That's contradictory, Mirror. That not sure what's going on there. The free readings are for tonight gone, but I'll be back tomorrow. So, Ricky, can you kind of clarify your question for me a little, please? And thank you. Yes, Swati, you are. Okay, thank you. I see it now. Is the divorce the right decision? It certainly looks that way to me based on these cards. You're going to be celebrating, yes. And I tell you, I really cringe at answering a question like that because I know people take it to heart. Well, I'm making the right decision because this tarot reader told me that. Please don't do that. Please don't give me that power in your life. I don't want it. But I can confirm that this looks very, very positive for you in the direction that you're currently going. Yep. It came out again. The Four of Wands in reverse. This is basically the breakup of a marriage, given the questions that are happening here. Yep. You're making a choice. You're choosing another direction here. Yep. You're holding on to your money. This is the Miser card. You're making plans, holding on to your money. Yep, going after what makes you happy. Going after what makes you happy. So I can't, if I had tried to pull more positive cards for you, I could not have. So I feel like this is what you're doing is very positive. It's going to have a good outcome. You just got to kind of get through the muck of the divorce. I do know that. I've been there. Amor Turco Chef, welcome. Thank you for being here. So Ricky, really, I think you're on the right track. This is looking very positive. And energetically, I feel like you will have a lot of clarity that you made the right decision for yourself, and pretty soon, I think in the next even 6 months, you're going to look back and say, gosh, I just think that that environment might have been holding you back from all this goodness here. It might have been blocking your goodness coming to you. So it's positive to me. Keep going. Chill saying, I'd be like Constanza from Seinfeld and think it's too good to be true. Well, I know, right? I mean, you've been here enough, Chill. I don't usually get readings like this, do I? Hardly ever get this many good positive cards. This is awesome. So, Ricky, keep doing what you're doing. I would have to say, yes, the divorce is a positive step for you. But again, I'm just a tarot reader. I'm not telling anyone what to do. It's not my decision. Thank you, Swathi. How sweet of you. Thank you for saying that, smashing that like button. Yes, please. How many did we get last night, Mira? Or were you, Swathi, I mean. Did we get 35? Let's try to break that record tonight. Let's do that. Oh, good, Ricky. Well, you're very welcome. I'm so glad you feel positive. That's what I'm trying to go for here, is to, bring some love and light into the world. We need that, don't we? You're strong. I feel your strength. You got this. I think you've done the hard part. You just have to, just steady the course till you get this legal stuff done. But you feel very strong to me. You got this. And best of luck. That's no easy thing, I know, especially when you have a child. Okay, Swathi, you are next. What is your question? Yay, finally. Hey, I didn't say you have to be patient to be here. You got to be patient. It's a life skill. Thank you, Jason. TJ, I will be here. I'm going to try to be here at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And I'm in Central Time Zone. But you have to get there early, because if you're wanting a free one, those go like that typically. I do super chats, and I'll do those tomorrow too. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Oh, Jason, thank you. I'm going to get you some pom-poms. Okay. Swathi's asking, what is 2025 holding for me in terms of health, finance, and marriage? You see me marrying. Ooh. Again, 42 questions. Do you guys understand what? Okay. I'm definitely putting that in my description tomorrow. Thank you, Ricky. That would be awesome. I'd love to see you tomorrow, or whenever. Be sure you've hit the notification bell, because I don't usually. Recently, the last few months, I haven't been announcing the lives so that you can say I'm waiting. It's just I'm here, and you got to get here when when YouTube notifies you. So anyway. You want to know what 2025 is holding for you. Yeah, I think she might have said yesterday how old she is, but I don't remember now. What deck, please? And thank you. What deck for Swathi? Sticking with this one. Okay, what does 2025 hold for Swathi? We want to know first, finance. What are you worried about? You said you were rich. What do you... Those two want to come out. Okay. So I'm asking about finance. And you've got the Empress in reverse. Forget to show you all the cards sometimes. And the Nine of Cups in reverse. So this tells me something that you were hoping is going to expand in 2025 is probably not going to bring you the satisfaction or happiness that you might be hoping for. Anything else for finance for 2025 for Swathi? Swathi. Jill, I hardly remember yesterday either. Oh, I know it, right? Okay. Yeah, just keep working. Putting your time and energy in. So 2025 is going to mean you got to work, right? But doing things you love, I hope. That's either acknowledging that or telling you, giving you advice to do things that you love. And when you do that, it's going to put an end to a cycle for you. An end of a cycle for you where there was a lot of upheaval. And I think your reading last night was probably this tower that's showing up. So you're going to be putting that energy in the past. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. But something that you were hoping would be more fruitful is probably going to be somewhat disappointing for you. But it says keep working on it. Whatever, I mean, keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the work. Yep, and the tower, I know, right? That darn tower card. I know it. And it's not, I didn't ask about love here, but the way these cards fell, something, you know, this is something you love, let's put it like that, where there was a tower moment and there is an ending. So that I could have read it that way too, but we asked about finance. Now, let's ask about go back and find your... Oh, Chill, that's a great question. Just saying, why do all other people's readings hit home in some way or another with me? Weird, eh? Not really. There's a reason you're drawn to be in this particular chat, in this particular live with this particular person at this particular moment in time. There's no such thing as coincidence. There is coincidence, Chill. It's fairly common, really. That's why tarot readers who put out, and I used to do this more and I haven't, I've just kind of gotten to do the lives now. You put out a reading for Scorpio and 5,000 people watch it, and 90% of those people resonate with the message because it's an energy thing. It attracts the people that kind of need to hear the messages. That's my answer to that. Cat is here. No, wait a minute. I came on early tonight thinking I might see you earlier. And did you take a nap and now you're here, Kat? Did you snooze and now you're waking up in the middle of the night? That's funny. Oh, you went for a birthday party with a friend. Okay, well, good. I'm glad you had fun. Well, Mira has been so kind to help me moderate tonight, thank heaven. So I'm loving having all of y'all here. And we've done a good job, thank you, Tamira, of getting the trolls out of here tonight. So I'm so grateful. It just helps so much for me to be able to focus on the readings for people, guys. It's so very helpful. I'm going back to your question, Swartha. Let me find it again. Okay, so we asked about health. Okay, health. What's anything potential in health for Swartha we need to look at for 2025? Please and thank you. Anything in health. What does health look like for Swartha in 2025? Was it you talking about loving all those fried foods in the chat a while ago? I couldn't see who all that was. Might want to stay away from that. Oh, good. Moving on from choppy waters. Hey, let me put this, try. Moving on from these choppy waters to calm waters. So whatever health issues you've been having, I would say that's a thing in the past. Yeah, if you're moving on from that, I'm going to leave that down. Anything else you want to tell me about health? Anything else you want to tell me about health? Yep. Did you have heart troubles? Moving on, fast-moving energy. We just talked about that in your finance read, and now it's yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't remember that right. No, you didn't have the Chariot. Taking it back. Anyway, this is the Chariot. Fast-moving energy. Now, I'm going to have to pull a card on this because this is the Three of Swords. This is a heartache, and we're asking about health. You're moving on to karma waters. You're fast-moving, but toward heartache? No. We got to find out more about that. Tell me, what is this Three of Swords? I'm hoping it means moving away, but it's not the way the cards fell. You're a baddie with food. Well, this could be a warning for you then. It could be saying you need to move to these calmer waters. You need to move away from this stuff that's blowing your heart up like a skyscraper. That is the way I could read that. Let's keep going. Let me get a few more. That's why I asked you that. I just had a feeling that you might have been one of those people. Okay. That's exactly what this is. Swati, because this is, again, you got two cards. Let me show you how these felt. Two cards of fast-forward movement, communication about what? Self-sabotage. And a Three of Hearts. See all those swords in that heart? You best get yourself healthy, girl. But the good news is this is just it's a forewarning, a heads up. So this is saying you can move on to these karma waters, but you've got to take action. You've got to have willpower. This is the Emperor who drives the Chariot. He has willpower. He is the card of willpower and authority in the tarot. And you've got to take charge of what? This, to me, we're doing a health reading. This very possibly could literally represent a heart. I mean, look at the picture. Why? Because you're self-sabotaging. This is, in a love reading, it's about ego and pride, but it's somebody who is winning at all cost. In other words, if you're eating that food you want to eat because it tastes good, and you're saying, the hell with my heart, that could be what this is saying here. Yeah, this is the number one card in the tarot of self-sabotage for me. And again, we have movement and communication. So I feel like this is saying, you're saying, well, keep on your diet. Yes. I mean, I have to say that's a pretty clear message, because at the bottom of the deck, then you have the Judgment card. This is resurrection. This is people, not to be morbid, but that's an angel rising people up out of the coffin, that have been laying in those coffins for a while. But I take that as a positive message. If you hear this and you heed it, will resurrect you, right? Give you new life. You're awakening to this whole new lifestyle. This awakening will cause you to be more like this Queen of Wands. She's sexy. She's healthy and happy and vigorous, and she's the life of the party, Yeah. Okay. Swati saying, I swear I'll stick to good food. All right, you eat those greens, girl. You stick to those good greens. That's pretty clear. I don't know if I've ever had a reading quite like that. This little deck is really telling it tonight. Excuse me. Now, I know you had another question. I think it was about relationship or marriage, or what was it? Okay, good. I'm glad to hear you You heard that, right? Okay, stick to the whole foods. No prepared or preservative stuff. I'm with Chill, that's right. My weakness, though, Chill, is like Lay's potato chips. You know that if you get just the plain salty ones, there's only 3 ingredients in it. Oil, potatoes, and salt. That's kind of my junk food go-to. Let me get back to your question here. Marriage. You want to know about marriage. Okay. Your weakness is anything with sugar in it? Yeah, I used to love those things, but now I've just, I don't. I mean, I do eat sweets, but like I don't eat many carbs. You know, I go to the gym and I don't eat many carbs, and when I do, it's usually like, I had a treat today. I had some hash browns for breakfast this morning, but yeah, because as you were saying earlier, I just caught out of the corner of my eye that you're talking about carbs, and yes, they turn into sugar in your body. Yeah, pasta, I know. For me, it's like all the white foods. That's the easiest way I can remember it, because my body doesn't like gluten, so there's no bread, no wheat of any kind for me. So that means if I stay away from white foods, breads, pastas, rice, there's not a whole lot of starches left. Sweet potatoes, you know, those are good though. Those are good for you. So if you think of it that way, it's a little easier. You don't have to sort through tons of different diet things, you know. That's how I think of it anyway. Although I did make some gluten-free sourdough bread recently that was so good. Oh goodness, it was good. Yes, Chill. I know, and I love good pasta, but I can't do it. Well, I can do gluten-free pasta. They do that. They do make that, but it's still carbs. Just because it didn't have gluten in it, still carbs. Yep. Okay, Swartha, you wanted to know about marriage. Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. What does the possibility of marriage look like for Swartha in 2025? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Okay. Well, this little deck has just told it like it is tonight. So, no, it's not. Chill, it's not the same. Yeah, the best tasting pasta, gluten-free pasta substitute I have found is a combination of corn and rice flours. That tastes more like regular pasta than anything I've tried, but still carbs. Swartha, I'm just going to tell it like it is. As I started to say, this little deck has been pretty clear tonight. I don't see romance here. What I see is you may be thinking about, you know, it's all about timing. Can be divine timing. It could be, you know, we're talking about romance. This person's waiting for his ships to come in, the proverbial love ships in this case. It's in the reverse, as is the Ace of Wands. This means not having passion for something, losing passion, missing the opportunity for passion. Because why? You're focused on work. You're focused on your money this year. You're focused on having a stable foundation at home, you know, all the good stuff. But, and this can include marriage. It can. But I don't have any cups here. Cups are what talks about love and emotion. Instead, I've got a King of Wands who is all about action and doing, and yeah, he can be fun, but he's not about commitment and feelings. So, I know. Cat saying that. Thank you, Cat. And the hair and the lips, I know. 2 days in a row. Can you believe it, Cat? 2 days in a row. My hair. How about that? And I have lipstick. Yes, I did it. I did it. 2 days in a row. Partly, Cat, you didn't hear at the beginning, you know, it snowed about 4 inches here last night, and thankfully, knock on wood, we have not lost power. And so I've had a nice, quiet, restful day today. It's been good. So I had time for those things. You're just focusing this year, you know, again, we're talking about romance. I just see you being strong and focusing on, you know, this is not, okay. Page of Swords in reverse. We always talk about him being the spying card, but it also means, can be like a lack of communication, lack of reaching out. Like if you told me you were on a dating site, I would say don't expect anybody to reach out, you know, because of that card. But you're going for victory in your life, trying to find balance. We got 2 cards, equal reciprocity, balance, and justice, back to back, right? Because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for this guy here, and right, yeah. So I'm going to say you're focusing on this year. Again, I see a King of Wands. This is a person, but I feel like intuitively this is you and not necessarily a person coming into your life, but it could be. It could be. I won't say that that's another way I could read these cards, but it's more, if it is a person, it's more cautioning you that this person's probably just out for a good time. He's not here for a long time. Because that would be the King of Cups or the King of Pentacles, and that's not this guy. So even if you do meet somebody and you date them and maybe you get your hopes up about them, I think your passion will wane because you'll realize what his true character is. And you'll just need to be kind of strong about that. So, that is what I have for you. That is that. For you, Swatha. Now, who's that? Mira, what is your question? Let me see. Thank you, Mira. Appreciate you taking care of that for Amor. No, I didn't see that as a hard luck in 2025 at all. No. I don't see that as hard luck. I think that's life. I saw nothing here that said you're going to have any really horrible luck. I didn't see that. And it troubles me that you saw that. That is not what I said. It's just giving us a heads up. That's what might be coming. But you've been here the whole time, 2 nights in a row, and what do I harp on? Law of attraction. This is simply a potential. That's what tarot readers do. We pull potentials out of the quantum field. You can change those potentials. You can change the outcome. Get busy getting happy. Get busy creating and not focusing on what you don't have or what you might not have. It's in your wheelhouse, in your power, Swatha. And I'm giving you permission to do it. Or encouragement, whatever you need. Oh, in marriage, you said, I said that in marriage will put my work into manifesting. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Jason. That's lovely. Yes, let's all send Swathy some good love and light. That's awesome. Okay, Mira, thank you. Got your question. Will Krishna chase me if comes to know I am moving on from him? Oh, if he finds out you're moving on, will he chase you? Is that what you're asking? Yes, Chill. Amen. Y'all, I got to read that. That's awesome. Chill's saying, have a realistic goal, see it, be it, and see the things change. Amen. Law of attraction in summation. Absolutely. All right, now we're asking, okay. So we want to ask for mirror. I should ask, that deck's been with us all night, but let's see. Is that a good deck for mirror tonight? Let me get a little sip of tea. Hey guys, I'd love it if you haven't hit that like button. If you would do that for me, please. It's just a way of you saying thank you for me being here with you on a Friday night. Please and thank you. Also, yes, that's right. It clearly tells you to put in some serious manifestation work. Amen. Well, my work here is done, right? Oh, goodness. Also, good people, I do also offer private readings in the top of the chat. Did I remember to pin that comment? I don't know if I did or not, but I'll do it now. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I sometimes forget. You can, here, let me do that. Get my contact info. Did I forget to? I bet I did forget that. I get so busy here. Let me put it in here right now. There it is. And I will pin it to the top. Okay, there we go. So that's how you can reach me if you'd like a private reading. Okay, now we're asking for mirror here. Oh, goodness. Well, that's no bother at all. Goodness, that's why I'm here. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate your support very, very much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in these chats more often. I think you will probably testify, there's a pretty good group of folks here, right? I think that's what I'm most excited about, is the good community that's growing here for my channel. Cockles of my heart are warm. Krishna, thank you. That's what I was searching for, Mary. You read my mind. Krishna, thank you. So we want to know, what's this situation? How does Krishna feel about you, and what might his actions be towards you, mirror? What are Krishna's feelings toward mirror, and what might his actions be? We'll just ask about feelings right now. Well, it's saying he doesn't want to collaborate with you because he doesn't want to change. He's not willing to transform or change. So he's not, yeah, that's those two cards. I'd answered that question. Let's see what else. I actually answered both of those questions, didn't it? But let's see what else comes out. What are Krishna's feelings toward Mira, or potential actions? Toward Mira. Oops. I think you dodged a bullet, Mira. I know you don't want to hear that, but Emperor in the upright, Emperor in reverse. It's neither. It's somebody transitioning or deciding, and this is about control and authority and wanting things my way or the highway. It's saying this is toxic now, and this person is disappointed. There could have been another party involved. Now that doesn't mean romantic party, Mirror. That can mean a family member. That can mean a job. That can mean a health issue. That can mean a dog, but some other thing that interfered here. He is stubborn. Now The Emperor is the stubborn card. Yes, he is that. So far, I'd say you dodged a bullet because, and this person, another way to read is this person could have addictions that he's not willing to give up because of the stubborn energy here. Yep. Okay, what else? If, specifically asking your question, if Krishna finds out Mira is dropping him, breaking up totally, will he chase her? That's what you ask, right? Please and thank you, Tara. Well, this is conflicting. That's the reason I'm gotten real quiet here. Mira, is it, is there another person in the mix here with this person, with Krishna? Can't remember. And I'll tell you why I asked that in a minute. Very opposite energies here at the bottom of the deck. No, okay, I didn't think so. You had said that, and okay, because this is saying, I don't want to fight for this anymore. I don't want to fight for this anymore. This love, this cup of love, it was a missed opportunity. The Hierophant is either doing things in the traditional way. For example, this is often thought of as the marriage card, the commitment card. Someone is listening to their intuition, or this is hidden. What's hidden? That's why I ask you that question. This is hidden. You can't see it. The High Priestess card, the High Priestess, she knows everything. She's got all the information she needs, but she doesn't speak it. She's quiet, she's still, she keeps it to herself. And then we have the Temperance card, which is about balance and harmonizing. This is the divine stepping in to harmonize energies. But then at the bottom of the deck, so I would tell you, based on these cards, I'll have to get clarity for you. I just want you to know what I'm seeing. That no, because he doesn't want to commit, he doesn't want love, you know. But, so I could read this. I'm going to change my story here. Let me say, I could also read this. But maybe he's gotten some divine inspiration, because this is also called the guru or the pope. And he's starting to listen to his intuition about how to obtain balance in his emotions and about being patient. This is the card of patience, where it could bring this person to communicate with you that they don't really want to walk away. Now, we asked the question, what would he do? What would he do if he found out? What would he do if he found out? So I'm going to read this a little differently now. What would he do if he found out you're walking away? That you, let's say this is you and not him, that you said, I don't want to fight for this anymore. I'm putting this cup down. I don't want your cup of love anymore. Very possibly because you wouldn't commit to me. That's another way I could read that. I'm listening to my intuition over here. So this could mean then the communication comes in, but I don't want you to walk away. I love you. But I don't see expansion here. I don't see growth here. I don't see the nurturing here that would need to support that. And so it doesn't necessarily bring happiness. Or a new beginning, because the passion is lost. And then comes heartache again. Did you follow that storyline? I know I jumped around a little bit on you there, Mirror, but it's kind of telling me that even if you do the either way, whether I read this as you or them, I mean, we've got the Two of Cups here. That says there is love. But I don't like that this Empress is in the reverse. This could also be saying, I do love you. I don't want to walk away. I didn't see your value, or somebody here didn't see your value. This could also be saying, I've lost my self-esteem, my self-confidence. And I don't even know what my wishes and hopes are anymore. And that's why this loss of passion here causes a broken heart. Oh, no, the screen froze there for a second. I don't know what that was. Well, yes, God loves us unconditionally, but He's not the only one. You can choose to love yourself unconditionally. You can decide to forgive yourself if you do something you wish you hadn't done. That's your choice, right? Or you can punish yourself, but I think it's God and us, Swati. She might have gone to bed. You know, oh, Kat, yes, our community's growing. It's like, what time is it here? It's probably about 1 o'clock in the morning where she is. Or, no, it's 2 o'clock in the morning where she is. Or 3 now to think about it. This is ambiguous and I do not like it. I'm trying to get clarity here for Mirror, and this is, I mean, it did tell me a story. It did tell a story, but I know that's not clear. I know that's not exactly what you wanted to hear, but I think what it's saying is, I think this is you, if you tell this person that you don't love them anymore and you're walking away, maybe because they wouldn't commit to you, that this is what you want, and now you're listening to your intuition, that there's action that happens, and they may come back and say, don't go, because I love you. But the truth of it is, again, I think that there's not going to be expansion here. I think that it's saying you won't be happy even if they do come back, or they might not be happy with you because the passion won't be the same. Because this card is at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Swords, that's heartache. Could be this person's more focused on their money. Could be very likely they're more focused on their money than they would be on you, Mirror. Which causes conflict. I mean, we ask kind of future what would happen. Causes conflict, yes, difficult communications. Because somebody wants a yeah, it just keeps kind of telling the same message. So I know this is not exactly cut and dried. You feel like everything will fall into place in divine timing. Well, there you go. And how many times have you heard me talk about law of attraction tonight, right? So this is a potential that this heartache situation could repeat itself for you in this relationship, is how I'm seeing this. It's a potential. That's all it is. It's never a done deal, because you have free will. You have the ability to change your point of attraction here, to change the outcome here, if you want this person. And even if you just focus on you and you being worthy and you turning that Empress in the upright, which means self-worth, knowing your self-worth, filling your own cup of love here. I'm going to say the same damn things a million times here on YouTube. Wish I had a penny for every time I've said the same message to everybody. Then either this person will come back to you and come back correctly, or you'll attract somebody better. So, that's that. But let me see. Anything else? Yeah. Age-old question. Material or emotional? Amen. Amen. Well, that's the interesting thing. If you focus on the emotional happiness, the material will come. That's the interesting thing. You're in a twin flame journey. Well, my condolences, because that's hard. I understand that one all too well. Yep, I get it. Well, but that tells me everything, because, and I know we talked about this before, the twin flame journey is, I'm not sure if you were here the night, somebody asked me about it, and I went into the long explanation of what that actually is. The twin flame journey, there's a chaser and there's a runner. Presumably, in this case, you are the chaser and he is the runner. Twin flame journeys happen because each of you needs to heal, and you can give each other the lesson that you need in this lifetime to be able to heal within yourself. Typically what the chaser, meaning you, mirror, needs to work on is their own self-worth. And once you understand and you start living that and feeling that, and emotionally and absolutely with all fiber of your being, believing in your self-worth, aka filling your own cup, then guess what's going to happen? He's going to come coming back like a darn rubber band that's been popped. That's the way the twin flame journey works. But you'll never get him back if you're constantly chasing him. You're pushing him away, just like a magnet pushes a magnet away. It's the way that it works. So, the best, quickest way you're going to get him back is literally to cut him out of your mind, which I know is impossible. I get it. But, oh gosh, Amanda's saying that's exactly what she's going through with her husband who left a week ago. Oh my gosh. Amanda, I just answered that question. She's saying, what's going on here? Somebody asked me earlier, why are all the messages that I'm giving to everybody else are relating to that person? And it's because synchronistic energies, law of attraction energies have pulled you here to this reading tonight because you apparently needed to hear something. It's there's no such thing as coincidence. There's only coincidence. You're saying, I'm actually sitting here watching to see him pull up at his brother's. I'm actually hiding right now. Oh, Lord, this is crazy. I hope you got your AirPods in. They can't hear this whole thing, Amanda. Jeez, bless your heart. Well, it's true, and I've got to harp on this. Not everybody can sustain being on a twin flame journey. It's not for the faint of heart. It's the most difficult thing I've ever done in terms of relationship, for sure. And if you learn this lesson early on, you will save yourself so much heartache. It is about you valuing you. You putting you first, not in a selfish way, but in a loving way. Excuse me. So okay, I hope that means shaking in a good way, right? This is the hardest thing I've ever gone through. Amen, amen. But what changes that dynamic, and Amanda, go listen maybe to Baba Jolie is a tarot reader here on YouTube. She's really wonderful, and she talks about the twin flame journey in a way that I really love and appreciate. And so it's about, she describes it this way. It's, as I've said, a chaser and a runner. It's about energies trying to balance. And in the beginning, you have the honeymoon phase and all that, but it's essentially like two magnets. And if you've ever tried to push two magnets together, they repel each other. What has to happen is the chaser's going to run away, and you're going to chase until you get this lesson that you need to understand, where you have to stand your ground, stop chasing him, start loving yourself, again, filling your own cup. And by doing that, your vibration changes. You elevate. So then your runner has to do the same thing on their side, and you can't rush this part. And if you're lucky and that person then does their work, their shadow work like they need to do, then they will start to elevate. And then when you get to a certain frequency, these magnets, then it changes the vibrational frequency, and then you can come together. Of course, not all twin flames come together, but I'm saying that's the basic dynamic of the twin flame relationship. Yep, truly. I'm telling you, it is not for the faint of heart. It's not. Mirror, I had one more question I was going to ask for you, and I think I almost forgot what it was now. Yes, oh, you said he's focusing on his finance right now. Yeah, I felt that too. Okay. Anything else any other advice you'd like to give Mirror here tonight, please? Before my voice completely goes. Anything else you'd like to tell Mira regarding her relationship? Okay, what have I been talking about all night? Change, transformation. And it's in the upright, which means, Mirror, this is about you. This is not about your person. If that person changes, fine. You have no control over what another person does, nor is it your right to ever try to control another person. You only have control over you. Spirit is saying you have the power to transform this. It is within your power to change you, not anybody else, just you. Simple, not easy. Simple. Yep. And then you be the change that you want to see. You can change this from instability. You can put an end to this cycle I'm listening. Of being needy, possibly a little bit greedy, and I'm talking about energetically with this person. And you will put an end to this cycle of heartache. Okay. Ta-da! Thank you, Tarot. You have been fabulous little deck tonight. Thank you. Just really gave clear messages, thankfully. All right. So, Mirror, I hope that was helpful. I think that's pretty concise messages as best I could get it for you tonight. Stop chasing them. That's the secret. Stop chasing them. And by chasing them, that's also don't chase them with your energy. Even if you're not texting them or calling them or driving by their house, energy knows. Your energy goes where your thoughts are. If you're constantly thinking about that person, your energy's going there, and they can feel that, especially in a twin flame connection. It's a very psychic connection. You can feel each other's thinking and feeling and all that good stuff. You have an age gap of 10 years. That's very common in a twin flame connection also. There was 24 years between me and my twin flame. But he's not elevated, and I'm willing to just let him do him. You know, I'm done. I'm not going to fix him. I don't care. Let him do what he's got to do. You can't rush it. You can't, as much as we'd like them to elevate and to man up and to ascend, whatever, and do their shadow work, you can't make them. Again, it's not our place to do that. All we can do is work on us. But as I've said here before, the quickest way when I was entertaining him to get him to respond to me or whatever was when I stopped focusing on him. I mean, it was like the most clear message I've ever gotten about energy and how that works in my life. I would say, okay, that's it, not focusing on him, and I would get busy trying to focus on other things and get happy, and he would just like, I mean, it was just like this magic beacon of light, and he would come. It was crazy. So I know firsthand why and how that works. I'm not just spouting words here for you. Ooh, Amanda, I'm a double Scorpio. I feel you. Yeah, we love deep, we love hard. I get it, and it's so difficult for us to let go. But once you do, well, and typically, there's a caveat here, and typically when Scorpios are done, they are done. There's no looking back. You've never been put down cold until you've been put down by a Scorpio. However, a twin flame relationship is a little bit different. It's like an obsession, the obsessive thinking and the whole business. You can't, I mean, I know. It's tough. Kat's saying it's been a week since we spoke and I didn't text anymore. He has to chase me. The last thing, oh my God, I'll do is birthday message the 20th, and that's my last. Kat, I am so proud of you, girl. I truly am. I am proud of you. You're being strong. Do you know, that I'm not sure I'm going to do this justice, but there's a saying, I know you've all heard it, but it seems appropriate to repeat here. If you don't hear from that person, if you are wanting to know where you stand with that person and you don't hear from them, they're telling you. Them not communicating is telling you. That is a choice. And their choice is not communicating. That's the message. That's, you know, just saying. Yes, we are crazy, Chill. You've never been loved until you've been loved by a Scorpio. We are crazy. And every one of my exes wanted to come back, too. I'm telling you. So that's a thing, too. Well, all but one, but, well, he did, never mind, that's another story. I know, isn't that cool, Amanda, how spirit works, that bring us all together like that? We're all in here together, I know. That's right, Kat, so that is a choice, yep. No communication is a choice. And you're saying, but he's the one with the dilemma and the one with an issue, not me, and I told him I love him, and that's my part. Well, that's true and not true, Kat. You can't be in a relationship and not have 50% of that relationship be your responsibility. Everything I've been talking about, law of attraction, you have 50% responsibility and creativity in a relationship. So if you believe that, what you just said, if you truly believe that he's the only one with an issue, then you're being a victim and you're not creating the reality that you want. So I want you to rethink about that a little bit, okay? But you tried understanding and sent him a prayer, and he asked me and he didn't reply to it. Okay, yeah, that's a choice, isn't it? I think that him not replying is giving you the message you want. He doesn't respond, then you can think about that till the cows come home. The obvious is he chose not to respond. We're not talking about feelings here, we're talking about actions. He might love you to the moon and back, but if he doesn't respond, that is a choice. That is a message he's giving you. He has doubts about you, yeah. So, just got to always bring it back home. I don't want y'all to be here and think being a victim is okay. It's not okay. You know, I'm just trying to preach that message here is you have a choice. You know, you what's that saying? I'm gonna pull that quote up because I love it. Just a second. There are two types of pain in life: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. So, if you're sitting in regret because you cannot discipline your mind or your actions to walk forward instead of looking back, then that's your pain. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. That's the pain of regret. So, you know, discipline is not easy. It's hard to make yourself not think about that person. Oh, it's so hard. But it's the only way you're going to be able to move forward. You're going to give away your future because you're looking back. A lot of platitudes, a lot of very common sayings, but they're common for a reason because they're true. And I wish I could remember who said that, Chill. I try to give credit where credit's due, but I didn't write down who said that. But yeah, two kinds of pain. Discipline and regret, you choose. Hey, Sophie. Welcome to our chat tonight. So I'm done with my readings, but anybody have a metaphysical question about metaphysics or spirituality or esoteric things? And I might have one more answer in me tonight, and then I'll have to scoot because I feel my voice going. So, you know, if you've got a question, just sort of a general question, not a personal question, please type that in the chat. Glad I remembered my tea tonight. Anybody? Are you all furiously typing? Hey, Natalie, you're manifesting someone? That's cool. Yeah, we've been talking about that all night long. Have you been listening? About manifesting somebody? Or is that a question that you're asking me? Amanda's saying thank you and I appreciate it. I feel like a night out with the girls. Well, amen. And I'd clink wine glasses with you, but I don't do that while I'm reading. It'll be later. I'll toast to you. How about that, Amanda? Is it true that you can do that? Well, yes. Yes, you can. However, Mira said, I went back in the live stream to listen to my reading once again. Oh, good. And, of course, you can click in tomorrow and read it and listen to it again, too, Mira, if you want. Natalie, yes. However, I think it's best if you understand how manifestation works before you try to manifest a specific person. Because I can feel your energy and you're wanting to manifest a particular person. And you can tell me I'm right or wrong, but I feel like that's the case here. And it doesn't work to your advantage to do that. It works to your advantage, however, if... Oh, Amanda, thank you. That's so very kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. Natalie's saying, it feels like he is always thinking about me. His energy is strong. Natalie, you need to replay the entire video. I've been talking about this all night tonight. And I've done several readings, and the answer is always the same. It's about law of attraction. and Mirror, I'm answering your question at the same time I'm answering Natalie's. Thank you, Amanda. It's the same answer. If you are not, you can't get to where you want to be, i.e. manifesting that specific person, if you're always looking at what you don't have, which is that specific person. You can't get there. You can't get here from here. You want to manifest that person, so that's all you can think about is that they're not here. That's not how energy works. You have to focus on being happy, thinking happy. Thinking, your thoughts create your reality. You have to get busy thinking, either living in the end of being with that person. That would be how you manifest that person. But I think it's better for you to not try to manifest a specific person. Rather, manifest specific qualities, an environment, feelings that you want. And then, whether it's that person or somebody better will show up. But you get what you really want. You don't, we always think it's that person. No, it's not. It's not really. Yeah, it'd be nice to have that person, but that's not the issue. What you really want, you want the feeling of being in love. You want the feeling of someone desiring you. You want the feeling of looking forward to that text or that phone call. You want the feeling of that person showing up, the excitement again, of feeling the titillation of the romance, the feeling of, oh gosh, they're sitting next to me and I feel their energy. It's that feeling, those feelings that you want. And it could be that person or somebody else that gives you that. It's those things you have to give yourself first. In other words, you have to believe it. You have to experience it. You have to imagine it. You have to visualize it. You have to visualize you having those things. It's not about a person. It's not about that person. It's about the things that you want, the qualities that you want, the experience that you want, the feelings. I've already got it. You do that, and then, yes, possibly that person will show up. Or if they can't, if they don't match the vision of these things that you really want, then somebody better will show up who will. Because if you are focusing on, if what you really want is these wonderful qualities here, but you're so focused on that specific person, what if they can't meet these? What if they can't? They're just going to show up and disappoint you again. So when you're trying to manifest a person, it's substandard. It's not really what you want. What you really want is the feeling of being in love. I want to be loved. I want to be respected. I want to be desired. And so you have to believe those things are already in your life. You have to declare to the universe, I am desirable. I am loved. I am lovely. I am loved. I am lovable. I am valued. I am worthy. I am desirable. I'm sexy. I'm beautiful. You start doing that and filling your own cup, and then you'll be surprised you'll have multiple choice suitors showing up. Maybe that person will come and show up too. Or maybe they won't be able to match your vibration, because this is a vibrational universe. And right now, what you want is up. I've already talked about this 12 times tonight. What you want is up here. I want this person. I want that person to love me like this, whatever that looks like to you. And what you're dealing with and what you're focusing on now is this person down here who can't do it, who's not doing it, who's not giving you what you want. These ships will never cross. These ships can never touch, okay? So you have to be up here, and if this person is willing to do the work and can change their vibration to match what you are creating, then they can come into your life. Otherwise, you'll get somebody better. Well, good, Natalie. Say goodbye. Natalie's saying 100%. Awesome. Yeah, I know. We're all going through the same thing, Amanda. Jill is saying you can't manifest a person, but you can manifest a reality that will attack people. Let's check. Let's say I think you meant attract people, not attack people, right, Jill? Which is absolutely true. You can manifest a reality that will attract people. That's so true, Jill. Yes. Sea salt. Kat saying, I want to ask about the power of salt shower or bath or ocean swim for the energy, and is it true? Yes, it can be very cleansing and grounding. Salt baths can be. I could see you laughing through the screen, Jill. I knew you meant attract. It was kind of a funny slip, wasn't it? The chill attack. Oh, good, Kat. Yeah, it's good for you. It is good for you. Yes, it cleanses it helps cleanse the body and the energy field also, yes. Yes, good. Ooh, gang, but why the salt? It's a magical mineral. It's the mineral properties, whatever magic that is that salt has. It's, the earth has so many healing energies and opportunities, and I'm not getting the right word I want. The nature's drugstore is in the earth, okay? Salt comes from the earth. It's healing. It's a natural thing. I know, swimming in the ocean. I haven't done that in a minute myself. A few years. Can't even sure I remember when I did that last. I love that. Amanda saying, why is it called salt of the earth? Well, I know, right? Amen. Grounding, salt of the earth. Absolutely, Amanda. That's a good one. Yep, that's a very good one. Yes. Jill is saying salt is also used to contain spirits in woo-woo sciences. Yeah, that's one of the ways. Yeah. I came up with this by accident, but accidentally on purpose, because I talk about myself being a woo-woo person. And somebody one night in the chat asked me if I did voodoo. And I said, no, I do not do voodoo, but I'm a woo-doo. I'm a, not voodoo, but woo-doo. Oh, Lord. Supermarket people would wonder why I buy so much sea salt. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. Scorpio Zen says, I love the channel name as a triple Scorpio. Sun, moon, rising. That's a life path 11. Gotta say, great channel name. Thank you. And I would love to meet you because I am too. Double, not triple Scorpio. You got one on me. I am a sun and rising Scorpio. My moon is in Aries. But I am a life path 11, path of destiny 11 in numerology. And my birthday is 11/11. So we'd have a lot to talk about, wouldn't we, Scorpios in? We absolutely would. Oh, goodness, Jill. That's a hot topic. Jill's asking, what about Ouija boards? I had a few experiences. I bet you had a few experiences in your youth. And they are no-nos. Just give you the quick answer to that. Do not play with Ouija boards. No. Ouija boards are basically you're opening a portal and inviting spirits to come in. And spirits can be tricksters, so you don't have any idea really who you're inviting in when you do that. So don't do it. Don't do it. Fours are represent windows. They are foundations. They are represent the four corners of windows or doors. They're also stepping through a window into new opportunities. Oh, and Maria is a double Scorpio sun and rising in Aries. What? Oh, Maria. Well, we definitely have to form a club then, the three of us. Oh my gosh. So you two, when's your birthday? Mine's obviously the 11th. When is your birthday, Maria? Scorpio's in saying, that's awesome and absolutely assuming the spiritual entity didn't cause a ruckus. Right. Because they will. And Mira's a Scorpio too. Goodness, we got all, we should, well, my channel is called Scorpio 1111. I mean, we kind of already have the title going for us, right? Yeah, yes. Just saying that, I learned that in my teens that Ouija is real. Yes, it is real. And I played with one too when I was younger, but I didn't know better than I do now. Maria is saying cancers are perfect. They are nice warm water signs. I like cancers. November 10th, mine's the 11th. Well, yep, we could celebrate together, couldn't we, Maria? That's awesome. Kat's asking, what about white magic? Is that bad for the spirit? I think that would be, what do you define as white magic? There are a lot of things. For example, magic is real. Yes, Jill, magic is real. She's asking candles and white magic rituals. Okay. Well, I'm glad you did stop in, Scorpio Zen. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. We've had some good discussions. You might want to rewind and play this back. It's this. Yeah. You're saying, I dated a Scorpio man, never again. My daughter is a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Leo. Now, you and Jill need to form a club about never dating a Scorpio again. Hey, we're not for the faint-hearted. We're not. Cat saying, I don't know, like rituals on YouTube and white magic. I have not idea about white magic or anything. Well, here's my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion, Cat. You know, you talk to somebody else, you might get a different opinion. Everything is about the intention you put behind it. So when you do white magic, are you doing it for the intention to control somebody? That's generally what white rituals like that. I want to do a ritual to attract a man. I want to do a ritual to get my money. You know, if you're trying to control a situation, I don't think that's positive. Because, and I think power of, once you learn how to and get good at the power of manifestation, it's more powerful than candles and all that good stuff anyway. So, again, it comes back to your intent of why you're doing it, and sort of the rituals are powerful. They are very powerful. But if, you know, many of the white magic spells is another word for that you'll see here on YouTube, it's all about trying to control an outcome, control a person. That's, to me, is not right. Controlling a person is wrong. Besides which, it's not our right to do that, and therefore I think it's not a good practice. However, if you do focus on yourself and that person shows up, that's a different intent. I was just working on me, and oh, by the way, now you want to come and show me some affection? You know, it's like, so I think it has to come down to the intent of the ritual that you're doing. Well, again, you're saying you thought white magic is it to control people. I don't know. I don't know the person that's doing it. I don't know the ritual. It's a very broad question. I don't know the intent of the person. 10 people could do a ritual and they could all have different intents. So that's a very broad question. Jill's saying, oh, you finally admitting that you love the Scorpio ex. I knew you did, but she was a handful. I said that. Did I not exactly say that to you before you typed it in? We are handfuls. Yes, we are. Would never say never again, but would go into it knowing this time. Yeah. And I have to say that's a very common response I get to anybody who's been in love with a Scorpio. It opens your eyes. Maria saying, I'd rather play music. Music is a good passion to have. Yes. Many of us, especially, yeah, Scorpios tend to be older souls, Maria. Absolutely. And Kat saying, and isn't it nice to know someone is with you? Force. Exactly, Kat. Why would you want to force anybody to be with you? Even if you could, that's bad karma. You're creating bad karma, I think, for yourself. Free will is inviolate. Good word. Break that rule and consequences follow. Amen. That's right. I'm focusing on myself and my daughter. Yep, me too, Maria. That was kind of my 2025 thing. I'm leaving people in the past and focusing on me. And I'm happy. I'm happily single and loving myself. And if somebody shows up, maybe I'll talk to them, maybe not. I don't know. Well, you wouldn't forget one, Kat, if you were ever in love with a Scorpio. You wouldn't forget one. Never again date a Scorpio man. I would never. Stalkers. We kind of have problems with letting go sometimes. We have been called obsessive. Now, I'm not, but we have been called that. Scorpios, some Scorpios, especially the lower vibrational Scorpios. Rituals no, rituals can work. Depends a lot on, I just talked about the intent, of course. The answer to that question has a lot to do with the person doing the ritual, Amanda, to be honest. It's more about that sometimes than the ritual itself, in my humble opinion. Yeah, Cancers are, again, like I said earlier, nice warm water signs. I like that. I don't know, Kat. I don't know why you attract Aquarius. You know, you probably is somewhere in your chart. Like for me, I tend to attract Aries because my moon is in Aries. Your moon sign is where your emotions are, where you know, how you navigate through the world emotionally. And I think that for me, that's why I attract the Aries. 2 weeks was enough, huh? The love of your life is a cello. I'm loving that. Yes, my best friend plays cello. That's just not bad, right? You don't have to pick up the cello's underwear. You don't have to pay their bills. You don't. Just saying. Scorpio's in Amanda, for my metaphysical to work. Conviction and certainty of outcome is essential. Doubt is like letting air out of the balloon. And so what is the difference? I mean, Scorpio's in, I think, is making my point here. If you're focusing on just like anything we talked about here, relationships or otherwise, living in the end is how you manifest something. That's essentially what she's saying. Yeah, you can do the ritual, but unless you're already believing it's already there and you're living in the end result, which is essentially the definition of manifesting through law of attraction. Chili, you saying you're an Aquarius? Is that what you're saying? My best friend, that was a July Cancer, and I would never date an Aries man ever. She passed away on Mother's... Oh, gosh, I'm so sorry. Hey, Mira, good night. Thank you so much for moderating tonight. I can't tell you, again, I'll probably say it a million times, how very helpful that is and how much I appreciate it. Thank you, Mira. Go get some sleep. I'm about to sign off as well. Yes, going to bed at 7:40 a.m. Good Lord. Oh, Mira, where are you again? Tell me where you are. It's 7:40 in the morning. Because I know Kat's in Austria. Where are you? Oh, Maria, that's so sweet. Thank you. Where are you? What part of the, well, she's maybe already gone anyway. It's 3 a.m. Yeah, Kat, I kind of figured that. In Arizona. No, I was asking Mira where she is, but Maria, you're in Mountain Time Zone in Arizona, isn't that correct? So you are an hour earlier, so 7:14 where you are. Yeah, I haven't known too many Aquarius men in my life. I have a newish friend, a woman that's an Aquarius, and I like her. Oh, and the same to you, Scorpios, and that's lovely and so sweet to make your acquaintance. And, you know, please come back. I'm sure we could, like I said, have some good discussions, couldn't we? You have a wonderful evening as well. And I think on that note, I'm going to sign out too, because I believe I've answered everybody's questions that had one. But water and fire are a fit? Kat's asking. Well, that depends on what else is in your chart. I think that's too broad of a statement, because either water can put out a fire or fire can steam water. Depends on what else is in your chart. Yeah. Good night, Amanda. So glad we had some bonding tonight with our girl group that we had. That was awesome to have so many people with the same issues coming in. I hope that y'all got something good out of all that. They make steam, which powers the world. That's right. That's right. Oh, Chill, you're so sweet. Chill saying hit that thumbs up button before you go. Thank you, Chill. I appreciate you. Yeah, I thought I would hit 30 tonight. Not quite there yet, but it would be nice if we did. Yeah, this groups get better and better, it seems. I'm loving this. And I will plan to be here. My goal, unless my power goes out, we might have ice tonight, I don't know, is to be here at 1 o'clock, which is Central Time tomorrow. So whoever can join me, please do. And I'm wishing you all a very good, snoozy evening. Sweet dreams, everybody, until then. Yeah, Maria's saying October Scorpios are different than... I think that's true. The early decan Scorpios are a little bit different than Scorpios I've met that are middle or late decans. Yep. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off tonight. Thank you for being here. It's been wonderful. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in, and I will, fingers crossed, see you tomorrow. If I still have electricity, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Sweet dreams.